Hey everyone, Debbie here. You're at your home, your happy place, and we're gonna do some more decorating for Christmas. And probably, I said last time video, it was my favorite spot in the house because it was saturated with color. This is one of my favorite spots to decorate because in this house we have so many windows, so much board and batten, and so many curved walls that I don't have. This is the only place I think that I have. Maybe there's some in the lower level where I've got a nice big area that I can really do some decorating. And since we moved in and we hung that mirror, it's gone nowhere, or that piece. I mean, there's certain times where you find the right foundation for a room, and I think if I ever grow tired of it, I'm still going to put another mirror there and another piece of furniture, but I don't know that I'll ever. I think that's pretty timeless there. So we're still working on a Victorian feel. I'm drawing that flavor from the beautiful Downton Abbey scenery. How my house is nowhere like a castle, and I don't have all that beautiful woodwork and everything. And I have a lot of modern conveniences like TVs on every mantle, but I know I can still give it a good nod. And so thank you guys for your comments. Some of you have hyped up my anxiety a little bit by saying you can't wait for all the, so see, today I read somebody about the vintage toys because I said Toyland, but I may have one vintage toy, but it's just going to be little nods through small pieces, ornaments, or um, just things that I've got for Christmas, that music boxes, things like that. So anyway, let's talk about what we're going to do here. I'm going to show you where we're going, tell you where I got this stuff, and then we'll pop it up and see what you think. Before I do it, I need you to know I have done probably 5 different things here. None of it finished. I really wanted this one sign. I think I showed it to you that I got that says joy on it. I really wanted to do that, but it's really hard hanging anything on there. And that I just kept flowing and adding things and taking it away. And when I ended up with what I'm going to do today, I think it really comes across. It's a little more formal than I thought I would be going, but maybe then the subject matter makes it not so formal. So you guys tell me. So this is the spot. I did hang a wreath up there already. It's on those little suction cup hooks, and I always use those. I just ordered more from Amazon. They're very strong. This one, I'm thinking this was a Michael's wreath from last year. I tried a different one up there, but it had ribbon on it. It was so red. And I really want to draw in a little burgundy, but I'm not going to do any ribbon on it because what's going on around it will be far and away enough. I also had originally thought I was going to do, maybe this was before I was going to do Downton Abbey, that I was going to put a big ribbon, like a package ribbon and a big bow in the center. I thought that would be kind of cute. I've never done that. And then I was going to do an arch, and I think I've done an arch maybe the very first Christmas we were here. It was really hard, but now that I got the suction cups, I know I can do it. But in the end, this was easiest, and I got to get busy. So here's what we're doing. Okay, this first garland I'm going to use, I bought from Amazon storefront Liz's at Traditions by the Season. She brought out several really beautiful stems and garlands, and I just went right in and got them because, when you hear from somebody that it's good and you're seeing them touch it and all, it's a recommendation you can't pass up. And so I was so pleased to be able to go in and do that. This particular one, I've already shown you. I did find it. I was going to hang, and I still am, going to hang 2 of them in my butler's pantry. It's cedar and some berries. It's very sparse, and I love it. And I found it at Michael's again this year. So they're 40% off right now, making it, I can't really remember, I don't know, but it was originally 24, so you can figure out what comes off of it. And then here, I had these from last year. Honestly, I feel like they were Walmart. They are bells. They do make noise. And I want to say these were from Walmart, but I'm not sure. So those vintage bells, I have no idea. This looks like something that I would have found at either Hobby Lobby or maybe Home Goods. And we're going to do a couple risers. And these were from KIRKLANDS this year. And this is my centerpiece, my attraction. And this guy is actually, he's huge, but he's a tree topper. And I bought him at the estate sale store last year, somebody's collection. They had tons of these. And I mean, the burgundy velvet, it's just beautiful. They also had full-size, life-size ones. I don't know what you do with that. So, all right, I'll just get busy decorating, and it'll be done in a minute. All right, a couple of things. One, I don't have the same candles, so I prefer this one, the Luminaire. So I've got to look around and see. I don't even have the same tall ones. And also, I'm thinking of some of those they're wiry, um, they're just very wiry little things. Like I usually use them around, you can use them for candle rings and things. I'm thinking about putting something very minimal inside these just for the color. And so I tied these vintage bells on top. I think that looks really pretty. I like that this kind of frames him since he's so tall. I like how that frames. I had I had some other bells here, you know. I might try those back again. They may be too big. Let me go grab one. So these bells are far more authentic. They are, they're beautiful. And I've got them in 2 sizes. I think these were Walmart last year. That is pretty red, that velvet, but it is velvet and I do like it. So I may replace these. I'm just going to try it real quick while you're standing here with me. So for me, the only way I'd really want to keep that, no, I don't want to keep it anyway. It's too tall, it's too red. And the other bell over here that I originally started with, it gives the nod to a vintage bell, even though it's not as vintage looking as that. And it really ties my cedar and berry. It just looks like it's part of the picture. So I'm going to put that back. I think that's all I have to say about that. Now I will tell you about what I'm hanging on either side. So about 2 years ago, I guess, I picked up, this is a canvas. It's just a sheet. It comes rolled up in a tube, and I think I can link it. I've linked it in the past. I was looking back at it this year, and it said not available, but it's not sold by just one seller, and so I did see it somewhere else. So I really love these. I even tried using Canva and trying to do my own. It's really hard to be able to create this. In my opinion, it was. Now, maybe if somebody else is better at it, but I just love it. And so I picked up, they come in sets of 3. I think it's $24 for 3 canvases. And then I bought, I think these were like $14, the frames at Michael's. One side of the mat is cream and the other side is stark white. And this is the cream. And so here's what, it also comes with plexiglass over it. I cannot hang plexiglass on this wall because all you're going to see, it's like having a mirror up there. So I had to do a lot to fix them. They were kind of, they had shifted over time. And so I had to re-tape them. They're just taped on the back. And then they have a backing on them, of course, because I'm hanging them. So anyway, this is what I'm going to hang. They've never hung in here before. They're always in my foyer. And I will say that I ordered, it's not here yet, I ordered some gold rub and buff. I've never used it, you guys. So I'm going to ask your opinion. But I thought that it would be pretty, when it says rub and buff, I'm hoping that, like, I don't want to necessarily turn this into completely gold. I kind of like to streak it, sort of like that is up there. You can see the darkness, the bronze and the darkness. So I kind of like to do that, stipple it or something. I also, before I realized there was a cream side to the mat, it was white, it just was too stark contrast. I ordered craft paint in burgundy. Now, I've since changed my mind. I'm not going to do that because once I hung it in here, I was fine. But anyway, I enjoy feedback on anything like this because I'm not a crafter, DIYer. I just try. So I'm going to hang these. I've got 2 of them hanging right now with this little, not so little display. And by the way, those are wooden frames. Somebody might go, oh, those don't look much different than the posters you had up that you returned, but they are definitely different. The other ones didn't even have a mat, but these are wood frames. So there we have it. This is the beginning of the Victorian feel in this room. And you know, where am I getting that? I definitely get it from the Santa Claus or whatever he is. He looks like a Santa Claus to me. And his real deep burgundy coat, just the layers. I mean, he's very regal to me. And then of course we're pulling it in with these pictures that are overlapping the hymns. One of the things that was a great pastime at Christmas, which I love participating in, is Christmas caroling, especially for a cause. And so you don't see that very often anymore, but that is definitely one of the things that when they would have a Christmas party, they would definitely go carol, or you might have carolers showing up, you know, on your front porch while you are entertaining.
I didn't cry when you and I said goodbye, but then you turned around and my tears hit the ground. I thought, damn, it's all so pretty, but oh so bittersweet, a bittersweet Christmas. I walked by all these windows, there was light, people laughing, drinking wine. I wished you were by my side, thinking, damn, it's all so pretty, but oh so bittersweet, a bittersweet Christmas. When it's snowing down and I close my eyes, my tears shine like diamonds in the night. 'Cause where there is darkness, there is also light. I know that I'll be fine this bittersweet Christmas.
All right, I have a couple more things. I want to bring out some of my surprises. I don't know if they're surprises or not. One of them definitely is, but if you were with me for a long time, you know that I wallpapered my powder room down here in this beautiful print, at least it is to me. And I had every intention of doing the ceiling. I've got beautiful moldings around the ceiling, and I really wanted to draw attention to that because if it's all white, it just disappears. And I just couldn't do it. There was no room in there with a toilet and a sink in a tiny room and curved walls and a door. I just couldn't figure out how in the world, and 10-foot ceilings, I was going to get it done. Now, my husband says we could paint it, and many of my viewers told me, Debbie, grab the color blue out of there and paint it blue. So we got the paint yesterday. So that's something that I hope will be coming up before Christmas because I'd love to have that done. You can see it's taken us a while. I am not real quick to make big decisions in a house that's my forever house, and this is my forever house, Lord willing. It took me a long time just to put the first nail in the wall, and I still hesitate all the time. There's something I'm thinking about doing in the breakfast room here, but it requires nails in the wall, and I don't know. It's just hard. Okay, what else is coming up? I've got the best surprise. I think it'll come mid-December, and I'm going to bring you somebody else's house, and I can't wait to share. It's going to put my house with my nod to Victorian to shame because my things are pretty much things that, you know, other than every now and then you'll see that I've got something that I found. but I'm not a big antiquer. I used to be, but I don't go antiquing. And this home, this couple has antiqued since I've known them, and they're part of our supper clubs, which means we've known each other for probably 40 years. Well, our husbands have known each other since they were in grade school. And oh my gosh, I love her home. And it is your basic builder house that they have recreated. Even when they were building it, they decided to add these little windows that were in the house that they had originally in the city. And oh, if I find any pictures of the past, we actually did go caroling. She hosts Christmas every year except the 2 years ago when they were traveling, and I hosted it. But wow, I just can't wait to share it with you, and you're going to be delighted just to see all the inspiration, and someone who takes a lot of time in finding pieces that are, really good, whether it's her furniture, and then having it restored. She has a mural that's not wallpaper, it's hand painted in her dining room. And she told me, well, the tree might be disappointing in the foyer. They go to a tree farm every year, and the tree is 2 stories tall. I said, no, nothing will ever be disappointing at your house. So I can't wait to share that. But there's much more, not to mention more decorating in my home. And thank you guys for your comments. For those of you who just come back time and time again, I'm so appreciative. Please don't forget to give me a like. If you're looking for things, I link things below all the time, but you can always go to my Amazon storefront, which is amazon.com/shop/your home, your happy place, where you can find all of the things that are my favorites from even years past in there. And thank you, somebody shopped in there. I can't see who you are when you shop in my store, but I can see what you clicked on and whether you bought it. And so somebody bought those dishes, and I am so thrilled. And somebody bought a couple of the books that I had. I'm assuming since you bought a couple, it's probably for hostess gifts. So I am so glad that some of the things that I bring to you are things that you guys are really interested in purchasing. That makes me very happy. I'll see you next time. Have a great rest of your week. Bye.